talk because I'm dedicating my work in 2007 not only to bringing the troops home, because that's the most important thing that we have to do, but to accountability, to impeachment, and that's what I'm dedicating my work to, because I really don't think we're going to have peace. I really don't think that we're going to have a country that we can be proud of until George Bush and the rest of them are out of office. Today is Veterans Day, and I had a dream about my son. Before I woke up this morning. And I don't know if any of you have lost children or had to bury a child, but when he was first killed, I would have dreams about him and he would be happy. And then I think he was trying to tell me, it's okay, Mom, I'm okay. And then I went through a period of time of having dreams about him when he was a child, and those were very hard dreams. And then I went through having a period of dreams about him when he was laying down. An adult but laying down, oftentimes his head would be in my lap. And then I went through a period of dreams of where I was with my other children and we were aware that Casey was dead. And now I just had a dream about him that he was upright again and he was happy again. So then I wake up and I turned on the TV, it was the Today Show. And they had a vet of this war, and they had a wife of someone who was killed in the war. And the vet said, we can't leave now because it'll undo all the good things we've done over there. And the wife said, we can't leave now because if we leave, the terrorists will follow us to the United States. And did they have one person on that show saying we have to leave now? They didn't have the perspective of peace, as so often they don't. But I believe that the election this last Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, when we all had such good news every day, was about the war, and it was about peace. And the media better wake up and start telling our side of the story again. But I want to read you something. It's the preamble to the Constitution. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. What that preamble says is that we, the people, have all the power. Not the king, not the legislature, and not the judges. We, the people of the United States, hold all the power in our hands. And I think we finally realized that on Tuesday, that we're the ones with the power, and we're the ones that are able to affect the change. Now, back when the Constitution was written, we, the people, meant the white male property owners. And oftentimes they were white male property owners, slave owners. And I still think that a lot of the power in our country is still consolidated in that group. The white male property owners are still oftentimes slave owners, sending their work to China for 17 cents an hour. They're the ones who still have the power. But I want to tell you, and I'm here to tell you, that there's 300 million of us. And there's only between the Congress and the administration about 600 of them. Why are we still allowing 600 people to tell us what to do? Why are we still allowing 600 people to invade and occupy a country that was no threat to the United States of America? Why are we allowing 600 people to write laws that take away our rights? There's 300 million of us. I realize some of us are still babies and children, but I see a lot of babies in strollers at protests. And this is their world. This is the world of our children and our grandchildren that we're letting 600 people screw up. It's time to step out of our fear and step into our courage. Because I don't think really this last election was a referendum for change. I don't really think it was a referendum for peace, because a lot of our candidates who were stridently saying bring the troops home didn't win. But we, the people, it's up to us to make sure that this is about change and about peace and about accountability. This is what we have to do. Right now, at this minute, we have to start calling the offices of John Conyers, Nancy Pelosi, Henry Waxman, Steny Hoyer, Harry Reid, your congressperson, and start saying, we want accountability. We want these people impeached. It's the phone calls that are going to make the difference. January 3rd, when they're all sworn in, I think it's the 3rd, we are calling, Gold Star Families for Peace, are calling for thousands of people to walk for change. We had sit down for change in front of the White House this week. We have impeach for change. Now we want to get you in the halls of Congress and walk for change and go into these people's offices and say, we want the criminals impeached, we want our troops home. And we need to impeach them if we want change. Impeach them for my son Casey. Impeach them for the 2,843 other soldiers. Impeach them for all the soldiers that we honor today, the ones living and the ones dead. We need to impeach them for accountability. We need to impeach them for peace. But ultimately, we need to impeach them to have healing in our country and in the world. Thank you so much.